cut. I didn't cut.
Coming out through here, then?
Yeah, it is. I didn't cut any of this. This was all lined with this over here. And you see the wood there, it's treated on
This
that.
was coming out of the bathroom wall. You can see this. There's the bathroom, and it's coming out of the wall.
Okay.
So that's why we started oozing out. We were both sick.
Oh, just,
Cramping. So it wasn't in great condition
I'm
to
sick
begin
right
with.
now.
This is what the bathroom looked like then on.
This is what's behind it. I didn't know these things were leaking.
Most of these
so
things are going to be, certainly issues that you're going to take up in the civil court.
Yeah.
People, we moved it out of the wall right here.
Black mold.
Right.
Okay, so all this mold.
Stachybotrys and penicillium amphiboides has been identified
Black.
throughout the entire structure. And we had people come in and check every point and corner of the house, and that's
Grass,
why it
that
was
was
coming up.
before the
Right. Okay.
I figured this would be cheaper for us to fix this thing and then deduct it off the rent than it would be to have.
Why are all the studs cut here?
Huh? These were cut because of the water that keeps.
Then you cut them?
Up.
Did you
cut it? There's both. There's me and another guy. We cut them with the remediation. These have to be cut and then you replace them as steel. You know? So I had all that stuff, and it just became so sick. This right here, and I'll tell you what happened here. This is very interesting. This right here, this trough right here, was always here, and it was lined with these to make a French drain. All these stones right here.
Why would you want a French drain?
I didn't do it. This was already done. So when the sewage over here, when I knew that the sewage was here and I pumped it out, that's when the water, I treated it, and then the water started foaming up on the other side. I put hydrogen peroxide in there and stuff, and it foamed up out here, so I'm like, oh my God. So I pulled it up,
This shows you
and then,
this was like totally black in here.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now, the plumber said that it wasn't hooked up on the sewer line. And he said, we're going to charge you $3,500 to find the sewer line. So I came down here. Now, this is the drain. This was in place. I mean,
Is this clay pipe? Is that where
that's the sewer.
That's the sewer?
That's the sewer. This right here, this side of the clay pipe has been cut and filled with cement. And this right here was all covered over. We would get a whiff now and then of the sewage, and didn't know. We don't have a good sense of smell at all. I don't know. That was done. This was underground. This is not ground, but it had a little bit of sand and sod and this stuff on it. All the way back, the power line comes through. Let me show you this. The power line.
This is the city of Pasadena.
Now, when you're walking on it right now, I didn't know this until afterwards. That all raw sewage has been placed here. All of it. Every last bit of it. Okay. This right here is some. The sewage drain is draining into here, existing, and into the sump. So I cleaned it out because it was smelly, and the sewage dumped on the side over here. I treated it all and did remediation. Now what I did was try to get rid of all the sewage in here. There was over maybe 2,000, 2,500 gallons of raw sewage. Okay, so what I did is I started remediating it per the EPA standards. Okay, using lime and things like that. Lime, ammonia, and sorry, I'm a little.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick look in this other unit. I know it's the focus over here.
Okay, well, I got the rest to show you right here. It's
well,
yeah.
I think part of the issue, a lot of this is related, and I want to go back and make it really, really clear what we're here to do today. We're not going to be, we're not interested in the part where, in the past history, we're looking at what's here today. If you are stating a case that the property owner was non-responsive to your claims and so on and so forth, that's certainly an issue. What we're looking at is not interested in the part where, in the past history, we're looking at what's here today. If you are stating a case that the property owner was non-responsive to your claims and so on and so forth, that's certainly an issue. What we're looking at is what are the issues there today? Is the property habitable? And what needs to be done to the property in order to remedy the current situation?
Okay.
This whole issue about what went on in the future between you and he is really something you're going to have to tell him.
Okay, these were gas emissions from here. You notice that? Now I cut this. This is very important.
Cut what?
Oh, these are gas emissions right here. I cut through the lawn, okay, and what I found was complete raw sewage throughout the entire property. This is all sewage, right here, and I folded it in. It's been tested.
Remedies done were per EPA standards, current standards as of 2010.
There's a bunch of stuff in here, so it's trash. The stuff in the back is all theirs. There's a lot of stuff in here on the side, theirs, all that. But if you test this, take any samples, you should. There's a layer of this stuff right here. And this is why the fire department...
Nobody's doubting that there's
No.
sewage here.
No, but I mean the fire department. This right here, okay, is a layer of clay. It's oil-embedded clay that goes underneath the entire property and all the way through. Right here. You can see it goes underneath. It's been here for a long time. It goes actually underneath this old stuff right there.
All right.
Now that, I was concerned that it may have been toxic because of the way that it was working on us. Yeah. At night, and when it's cold, the gas company came out and told us to call 911. So we definitely had gas in it. This, okay, I'm going to show you this. This right here got folded in and what have you back. That hole goes all the way down. I don't know how long.
Well, you're talking about a
These
complaint
over
of
here,
me.
you notice
Let's look at
the
the
grass is going back.
Okay,
yeah.
let's do this. Let's just have one conversation at a
It's
time.
over here,
I'll
right,
follow up
but
all
it's
this.
just not your job to go there for the help. That's not them. We're not here for them.
Okay, so, I mean, we've heard a lot about the history that led up to this event.
Well, what's here now is I'm going to be sued. This is why I got locked down, because I was threatened to be sued. I was
Commissioner, but let's do this.
out and told it when it's cold, when it's back, that these are grass is going.
So, the history that led up to this event.
Well, what's here now is I'm going to be sued.
It's not your job. It's
I'll
over here,
follow
right.
up
It's
time.
over here,
I'll
right.
follow up
But
all
it's
this.
just not your job to go there for the help. That's not them. We're not here for them.
Okay, so, I mean, we've heard a lot about the history that led up to this event.
Well, what's here now is I'm going to be sued. This is why I got kind of locked down, because I was threatened to be sued for making any repairs after they had completely turned their back on us.
Landlord's
One,
interdiction.
I understand.
Okay.
The other thing is the city, through Tony Escamara, he said everything has got to be taken out of here immediately.
That's a health department issue.
Okay.
In terms of the soil, if the health department makes that call, that's their call. So let me just make it clear. Tony doesn't make the calls for the health department makes the call for the health department. So if Ophelia says there's an issue, there's an issue. If not, not. So we'll leave that to the health department.
Because I've requested things in writing, all kinds of stuff, to see if I could throw this out. I was promised a dumpster, a truck, even a crew.
Let me clarify that also. There may have been some miscommunication. The city does not provide trucks and the city does not provide dumpsters.
Okay, well that was made clear to me at that point.
Let me just say this. My staff know that the city doesn't provide trucks and dumpsters. There may have been a miscommunication. Now, the city has what's called the MASH program, which is Maintenance, Assistance, and Services to Homeowners. For people that meet a certain income threshold, they paint houses and do minor repairs. We don't do yard cleanups. We don't provide dumpsters. We don't provide dumps. My staff know that. So I'm not sure if there was some miscommunication between the two, but I just want to clarify it so everybody's on the same page right now.
Okay.
City doesn't provide that.
Here's the thing: is I was told to remove the trash. I ordered a trash pickup from the city. So once a year, throw everything away. And I was told by them that because we had sewage on the property, sewage spills, and this stuff was contaminated. You see it. Well, I put all these tarps up to protect my neighbors.
All right.
They said I could go to jail if I did that.
Okay.
That I have to call the
If that's what they told you, then that's what I would go with. Then that's fine.
what they told me.
Okay,
So
that's
I'm
fine.
like kind of between a rock and a hard place. I want this stuff out. I don't want to be here. We had an 18-month lease. We got completely just closed in on this deal. Just
Right.
completely.
So if the city is saying that they're not going to pick up the large item debris because there's sewage on it, then that's the answer. You don't put it out. If you need to make other arrangements, and you make other arrangements. If you need a roll-off dumpster, you get a roll-off dumpster. If you need it, that's an issue that we don't have any control over.
Okay.
Is there any way we can get some assistance or a clearance to say, hey, we have this situation here. We have people that have this stuff. It got destroyed. It's full of.
Clearance. When you say clearance, what do you mean?
Well, just to say, go ahead and you can throw it away.
The city. It sounds like you've already talked to Public Works. But what you've told me is Public Works has said if there's sewage contamination, you can't. So I think what we're going to go on is what you've already said. Is they said you can't throw it away. So, yes.
I was told.
Yes. On is what you've already said. Is they said you can't throw it away. So, yes.
I was told.
Works has said if what you've told me is Public Works has said if there's what you've told me is what you've told me is Public Works has said if there's sewage contamination, you can't. So I think what we're going to go on is what you've already said. Is they said you can't throw it away. So, yes.
I was told that because there was no water, that's when they shut the water off on the 23rd.
Okay.
The water was shut out. We called them and they finally came. Called that recall.
Yeah.
Okay, many times.
Okay.
Now they came out and shut the